Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Dave Cates. I'm the fundraiser for the Stars Appeal, and we're now just going to ask for 20 minutes of your time to tell you a little bit about how your ongoing support of the Stars Appeal is making such a difference at our hospital. We're going to hear from both medical staff and patients who have directly benefited from the work of the charity. But first of all, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the President of the Stars Appeal, the Earl of Pembroke.
Dave, thank you very much for that warm introduction. It is really wonderful to see so many faces here this evening. Some new faces, some friends, some supporters of old. But there's a few thanks I want to do to start with. Firstly, to the people at Arundel's for making this evening possible. It obviously looks absolutely incredible, so thank you to the team here. I'd like to move on and say a huge thank you to Stephen Oxley, who really helped us pioneer this evening, Jamie Kaiser-Colvin, Louise Hall, and of course Lexi. The whole of the fundraising committee has been behind this, and it really shows. I'd like to particularly thank Jamie and Lexi for sponsoring all of the cost this evening, so thank you. Salisbury District Hospital, as you know, is a huge part of our community, a vital part of our community, and it's something that I've been involved with, especially the Stars Appeal, pretty much since it formed, so I think it was over 15 years ago now. So something I've been hugely privileged to be involved with. My family history goes back a long time with hospitals, I'm sure it does with many of you. I was born there 6 weeks prematurely, and cared for and raised beautifully. The hospital cared for amazingly. My 4 children were born there. They looked after my father when he was sick with cancer. They looked after my aunt when she was sick with cancer. And of course, 6 monthly runs to the hospital with various injuries from the children, from a splinter in the toe to a grazed knee and endless things. But I think it's touched all of us here, all of us in the community, which is why I'm so proud to be its president. The Stars Appeal is a charity that strives to support the NHS by making the hospital the very best it can be. It has an incredible range of services, from hospital Wi-Fi to care of the elderly, and a huge list that if you go onto the website you can see the work they do, and it just touches all of us who use the hospital. It affects everyone. So that's why your support this evening is going to be so essential to providing these services. Those of you who are thinking of supporting tonight, this is your opportunity to give, so please do give generously. I'd now like to hand over to Dr. Tracy Parker from the Pembroke Cancer Unit. She is one of our leading ambassadors, and she will tell us more about the impact the Stars Appeal has across the whole hospital. So thank you.
Thank you, Lord Pembroke, for those kind words. Good evening. I'm Dr. Tracy Parker, and I'm a consultant cancer doctor at Salisbury Hospital. And I'm also extremely proud to be an ambassador for the Stars Appeal. Firstly, I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of you for being here and supporting the Stars Appeal. Your generosity and support means so much to me and to my fellow doctors, nurses and other staff in the hospital. And some of them are here today as ambassadors. It's hard to spot you apart from James and Jim, who are so tall in the back, but can all of you give us a wave? most importantly, I would really like to thank you on behalf of the thousands of local people that have helped so much by your fundraising and your generous donations. With this money, we can do great things at Salisbury Hospital, and I'd like to tell you about a few of them. In cancer care, where I work, STARS have funded a second CT and MRI scanner, and incredible facilities like the breast unit. This allows us to diagnose cancer earlier in more people, which lengthens lives and improves survival. STARS funds scalp coolers on the Pembroke suite so that cancer patients don't lose their hair, which helps enormously with emotional well-being. And for the physical well-being of our patients, STARS fund specialist gym instructors and equipment so that patients are helped through their cancer journey. And not forgetting the little things that make a big difference. STARS fund our comfortable recliner chairs, refreshments, and also complementary treatments like aromatherapy. On the neonatal unit, STARS provides state-of-the-art incubators to help poorly newborns fighting for their lives, and complementary accommodation for their anxious parents to be by their side. Tragically, despite the efforts of my extraordinary colleagues, these precious babies don't always pull through. Under these devastating circumstances, STARS funds the Benson Suite, where parents have a tranquil space to cherish their babies and say goodbye, with the support of our bereavement midwife. And for everyone facing tragedy, STARS fund our chaplains, who provide unwavering comfort to all. On the children's unit, our youngsters, some of whom have serious conditions like cancer and cystic fibrosis, are cared for in child-friendly environments which are bright and modern, with outdoor play areas and sensory equipment. On our elderly care wards and on our stroke unit, we can brighten the days of our cherished older patients through music, singing and companionship. The STARS Appeal Cardiac Suite enables us to diagnose and treat serious heart conditions here in Salisbury rather than having to travel further afield. For example, by fitting stents to prevent catastrophic heart attacks. And STARS do so much more besides, from the free Wi-Fi through to the counselling service offered to my dedicated colleagues who deliver care under difficult circumstances. In the past week alone, over 2,000 people have benefited from just the small number of projects that I've mentioned this evening. But here's the thing. For the STARS Appeal to help local people in hospital like this, we need to raise at least £1 million every year. And shortly, Dave is going to let you know about some of the projects that we're currently fundraising for. And you can support us by donating or pledging a gift this evening. But before that, we've got two very special guests. Both of them are our patients who have kindly and bravely agreed to share their stories. They're going to talk about how the hospital has cared for them and how that care has been enhanced by the STARS Appeal. So firstly, please can you warmly welcome David to the stage.
I'd like to introduce myself. I'm David Kunzer. I'm 55 years old and I live in Salisbury. I'm a chartered accountant and I troubleshoot at companies. I've been married to my wife Sarah for the past 30 years and we have 4 wonderful children. In March this year, I was about to start a new opportunity, so I went for a routine health check and MOT with my doctor. My GP wanted to do further tests and referred me for a colonoscopy. On the 5th of May, I had the colonoscopy at the hospital in the morning. The team called me back immediately, and at 3 p.m. on the same day, I had a full body scan, CT body scan. 4 days later, I received a call from Caris Bradshaw, one of the senior colorectal nurses at the hospital. She was calling about a follow-up appointment and advised me to bring along my wife, also asking how many children I had and how old they were. She suggested that I might also want to look at certain websites relating to bowel cancer. As you can imagine, at this point, my world started to fall apart. The following week, I went with Sarah, my wife, for the appointment with Rob Padwick, the colorectal surgeon. Mr. Padwick explained that it was not good news and that he'd found a tumour 25 centimetres up on the left-hand side of my large bowel. He confirmed it was bowel cancer. He wanted me to come in for an operation the following Wednesday morning to remove the tumour. I had the operation, which thankfully was successful, and the cancer was contained. 5 days later, I returned home. I'm now continuing with my ongoing recovery. I've come here tonight to thank Rob Padwick, his colorectal team, the nurses, the staff at the hospital, for the exceptional care and support that I received. I'm eternally grateful. I'm also here tonight to thank the Stars Appeal. If it wasn't for the Stars Appeal funding the extra CT scanner, I would have not received a full body scan on the same day as my colonoscopy examination. Whilst recovering in the Chilmark ward at the hospital, I also benefited from the free Wi-Fi paid for by the Stars Appeal and received cups of tea from the Stars Appeal tea trolley. I also enjoyed the tranquility of the charity's gardens during my stay, spending time with my family. I would like to thank all of you here this evening that support the Stars Appeal for the difference that you have made to my life and my family's life. I ask that you carry on supporting the Stars Appeal for this vital and critical work that the charity performs. Thank you.
Thank you, David, for sharing your story with us. I'd like to invite to the stage next Rowena Staples, who's my consultant colleague, to introduce our lovely second guest speaker. Hello and good evening. I'm Rowena Staples, or Ro to my patients and my friends. I've been a children's doctor at Salisbury District Hospital for the last 17 years. I'm very proud to be a Stars Appeal ambassador. Every day in my role, I see the difference the Stars Appeal makes to our patients, their families and to our clinical teams. This evening, I'm delighted to be joined by a very special guest. She's also one of my patients, but I'm going to let her introduce herself. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Florence, but most people call me Flo. I am 13 years old, but when I was 8, I was diagnosed with leukemia. Me being me, I had to have a rare kind called Philadelphia positive, which is normally only found in older teenagers. All my treatments were carried out at either Southampton or Salisbury Hospital. Due to the leukemia being so rare, I had to have 2 years of intensive chemotherapy, blood transfusions and other procedures. As well as this, I had to have regular lumbar punctures to check if the cancerous cells had reached my spinal fluid. This is my bead box. Inside are my beads of courage. Every single bead in this box was given to me when I had a transfusion, treatment or procedure. Because the chemotherapy made my immune system very weak, I easily caught colds and infections and became very ill. This meant I would be rushed to Salisbury Hospital, where I would often stay for weeks at a time. Over the 2 years, I estimate I've spent over 200 nights in Salisbury Hospital. I should put a review on TripAdvisor. I'd certainly give them 5 stars. All the staff and nurses are doctors and are amazing and inspirational people, especially you, Ray. As you can imagine, staying in hospital for such a long time is not great, and because my immune system was so low, I was mostly confined to my room, which made it very boring. I want to say a huge thank you to the Stars Pill, they certainly made it easier. My room was decorated with vibrant colours and pictures on the wall. The bathroom even had multi-coloured LED lights, which were very cool. There was a play lady who would bring me lots of things to do, like arts and crafts, and as a regular customer, I would make lots of decorations to dress up my room and the ward for Halloween, Christmas and Easter. There was free Wi-Fi, so I could play games, stream movies and FaceTime friends and family. When I was well enough, and if there was no one around, usually at weekends, I used to sneak out to the outdoor play area for some fresh air and play with the musical instruments. Either my mum or dad would stay with me in my room on a comfy pull-up bed. All of this was provided by the Stars Pill. So please, can we put our hands together and give a thunderous round of applause for all of those hard work and dedication from those at Stars Pill and all those at Southampton and Salisbury Hospital who saved my life. And I would just like to say another big thank you to the Stars Pill because my father fell off his bike today and broke both his wrists. And thanks to the Stars Pill, he has been able to use the Wi-Fi, charging points and watch TV, without which he would be very grumpy.
Thank you, Flo. So shortly we're going to be enjoying some more canapes and drinks, and also have the opportunity to have a look around the wonderful Arundel House. But before that, I'd just like to invite Dave Cates back to the stage to tell us about the projects that we're fundraising for this evening and how our guests can help to support them. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Parker. What inspiring words we've heard tonight. I'm certainly feeling inspired. I'm sure you are too. And I'm really privileged to be finishing up the speeches this evening by telling you about some of the projects that you can support by making a donation or a pledge of support tonight. So, as Dr. Parker said, we're aiming to raise at least £1 million this year to fund all of our ongoing work across the hospital, and to buy some very special new equipment. So here's some examples of the ongoing projects that you can support tonight. £200 could fund aromatherapy sessions for 5 cancer patients whilst they're undergoing their chemotherapy treatment on the Pembroke unit. £600 would fund a whole week of play therapy sessions benefiting over 50 children on the children's ward. And for those families tragically having call to use our Benson suite, £300 could help fund the vital support of our Stars Appeal bereavement midwife. And for older people in hospital, £1,000 would pay for Stars Appeal live music therapy sessions for 200 patients. Now, of course, you might prefer to contribute to a piece of equipment, and we have two very special projects we are asking for your help with tonight. The first of these is an additional echocardiogram machine for our hospital's cardiac investigation unit. This cutting-edge machine is going to help our cardiology team diagnose local people with heart conditions more quickly and get them the treatment that they need faster. It's going to benefit over 5,000 local heart patients every year. And joining us this evening is one of our Stars Appeal ambassadors, who's a consultant cardiologist. Her name is Dr. Susie Lewis. Dr. Lewis, hello. How are you doing? Okay. So if you'd like to learn more about the difference that your donation towards this machine could make, please do go and speak to Dr. Lewis. She'll be very happy to talk to you. Now, this machine will cost £142,000. Thanks to some very generous supporters, including some of you here this evening, we have already raised £50,000. And if you can donate or pledge to support £500 or more tonight, we will add your name to a plaque in the cardiac investigation unit where the patients that will benefit from your generosity will be treated. Secondly, we have a project that's all about providing the very best for the 2,200 babies born at the hospital each year. Babies like Rosie here, born at the hospital just yesterday. We're aiming to buy 20 state-of-the-art cots that will help our maternity team provide the very best for newborn babies and their mums. These cots are fully adjustable. Their sides fold down, so it's much easier for mums to be close to their babies, even when they can't leave their hospital bed. Crucially, they will enable even greater bonding in those precious first few days of life. Now, 20 of these cots will cost £38,000, so that's £1,900 each. And if you can generously donate, or perhaps club together with some friends to donate £1,900 tonight, you can add your name, or that of a loved one, to your very own cot. And that cot that you buy will benefit over 1,000 newborn babies and their mums over many years to come. So if you can support us tonight by making a gift or a pledge, please do head over and see our ambassadors at our donation station, which is situated in the marquee just behind the big tree. Can we have a wave from the donation station, please? Fantastic. Please do go and see those guys over there. They will be thrilled to see you and accept your gift or your pledge, and to tell you more about the amazing difference you are making to the lives of their patients every single day. So before we get back to the drinks and canapes, I just want to say once again, on behalf of all of us here on the stage, all of us, our amazing speakers here, and most importantly, the thousands of local patients, families and NHS staff that benefit from your generosity, thank you, and please keep up your life-changing support of the Stars Appeal.